This is a general reading for Aquarius for November 24th through the 30th, the last week of November. So if Aquarius is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. I am again offering that complimentary reading for November for either someone who is a new subscriber in November or puts in a comment in November, and one will be randomly selected for a 30-minute complimentary reading. So if you're interested, please do that. Know that I do read all of your comments and I so appreciate them and do respond to them. The other way that you can support the channel is by hitting the like and sharing. Now, being a subscriber costs absolutely nothing. It is free. And why be a subscriber? Will you be entered in for that complimentary reading? If you hit notification, you'll be notified when the videos come out. And in the future, I am going to have some maybe streaming activities with the subscribers. So it's a win-win, and please consider being a subscriber. It helps build the channel. Now, if you want your own personal reading from me, that information is down below. You send me an email, and it is either $30 for 30 minutes or $50 for an hour, and that's either live or by video. And just send me the email and that starts the process. Now, today I have my crew here. I have Nina on the table, and you know, it's a little bit chilly in the hallway here. She doesn't seem to be cold right now, but she seems pretty good. I have Milo, who's right here by me. Milo's so sweet. He always wants to be right by me, even though it's not on my lap. Like, he likes to be on the floor behind my chair. So Milo's here. Are you going to go outside, Milo? You know, he's 16-year-old little long-haired dachshund. And so he just chugs along, being Milo. Jason's in the bedroom. Hope is in the kitchen, and I think the kittens are out in the garage. It's a nice day today, so they've been in and out, and I had the door open so that Hope can go in and out. So there's my crew, let's see what we have coming up this week for our Aquarius. It's the last week of November. I'm using the Morgan Greer. So let's see what we have ahead. And that noise you hear is Milo taking a drink of water. The Magician. So it's the beginning of something. New beginnings. Crossed over by judgment, manifestation. What do you want? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? And the base of it is the Nine of Pentacles. Abundance. Behind you, the Five of Pentacles. That's behind you. Crowning you. Two of Cups. Because you remember that last time it was sort of like it was wrapping up things. Now right ahead of you, look at this as your wish card. What is it you want to wish for? Right ahead. This is a very, very good reading, Aquarius. Then we have the Moon. Now I read the Celtic Cross a little bit different because, you know, as you go up the Celtic Cross, people, you know, like what's going on with others, etc. I read it almost like a timeline. So, you know, I do it a little bit differently. I've been doing it this way for 30 years. So this is the way I do it, but everybody's different. So we have the Moon, then we have the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the final outcome is the Two of Swords. So after all of this, that's the Two of Swords. You still don't know what direction to go because you don't have all the information. Two of Swords with the Six of Pentacles. Ace of Cups with the Page of Pentacles. Then we have the King of Swords with the Emperor. The Moon with the Lovers. And now I have to put this over that because it's, you know, the Morgan Greer is very traditional, so there's some naked pictures on there. So anyway, I'm covering it with the Moon. Then right ahead with your wish. What is your wish? The Hangman's there with your wish. So maybe you don't know what your wish is, or you know what your wish is and you're waiting for it. You're sort of hanging around waiting to see, oh, why did they say where the tide goes? I said, where the tide goes, whatever that is, you know, the tide goes in, the tide goes out, the tide goes in, the tide goes out. So you're sort of, yeah, just waiting, and oh, the tide is like on a, you know, it's like a schedule. You know, you could even get the tide tables. And so there's a schedule, there's a movement, a timing. That's what it is, there's a timing. So you're waiting for the timing. Then the Two of Cups with the Page of Cups crowning you. That's what you're thinking about. Behind you, the Five of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. It's all very good. Then the Strength card with the Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Hermit. You know, I think it has to do, you know, I don't follow astrology. It's just something else I would have to learn. You know, it's very, very complicated. Even when I listen to astrologers and they say there's like an X and there's this and this and this and this and this house, I'm like, oh, it's like, you know. So I listen to astrology and I do listen to the horoscopes, but I do not know how to do that. However, there is something about the planets and going into Aquarius. So I think that, you know, there's been that transition of the planets, which has been going on just this week. And I see the shift in your cards, Aquarius. You really had some challenges for the past several weeks, and I think I see the shift, I see the clearing. Yeah, that's what they're saying, a clearing. You know, also the word clearing, if you look, like if you go to a forest, they'll have a clearing, which is like, for example, if they've done logging, they have a clearing there where they have their operation, you know, where they're a central place for the logs, for the trucks, and you know, because I'm from, you know, I lived in Oregon and Washington, and there are definitely logging communities there. And so, you know, they would bring the huge logs down in the trucks, and they would, you know, build the logging road up to there, but there would be a clearing. And so this is now, you're in your clearing, ready for new things to come. That's where you are right now, is in your clearing, Aquarius. The clearing and new things to come, new opportunities. You've cleared the way because it's manifesting what you want, the Magician. Now, I always point out that the Magician has the, you know, the infinity, crowned by the infinity. What does that mean? That there's no limit on what you can ask to manifest. There's no limit because the universe is unlimited. The source is unlimited. It's only limited by your thoughts. And then by judgment. What do you want? What do you want to manifest? This is manifestation, knowing that it might be a little bit delayed, or that it's, you know, it's getting it all lined up. But you can manifest what you want. And it even has, now look at that, the trumpet. I hadn't noticed that before. Now, the trumpet can be, you know, in biblical times, the trumpet was, you know, the horn was like a sound of victory, moving forward. And this is you moving forward, victory, manifesting into the clearing for the future, deciding what you want, and then the future is lining up for you. And then we also have the Queen of Swords and the Hermit. Now, the Queen of Swords could be you. I don't know if it is. Can be, you know, the Queen. Yeah, there's the honking horn outside, you know, right next to the store. People just don't get out of their car and walk in. They have to honk their horn like that. Anyway, the Queen of Swords is someone who knows what she wants. She's very decisive. She's strong. She's directed, crossed over by the Hermit. So it could be looking about the truth about the Queen of Swords. It's looking at a situation objectively, can be a work, it can be a person. But the Hermit is looking at a situation on the mountain, removed from it, getting a clear view of it. And the lantern is looking for the truth about this. Now, it can be a situation, it could be a job, it could be a person. So for different people, it could be different things. For example, it could be a business dealing with the Queen of Swords, and you're looking for the truth about it. Is it as it presents to be? Is it, is it a work? Is it a job? Is it an offer? Because you're crowned with, it can also be a relationship, because crowning you is the Two of Cups and the Page of Cups. So you're looking at what's the truth about this situation, and who is the Queen of Swords. Now, you could be the Queen of Swords and empowered, saying, okay, I'm going to look at this and look for the truth of what's going forward, getting clear vision of what's going forward. Because at the base of it is, what do you want to manifest? The Nine of Pentacles. This is prosperity coming to you, and it says have the strength of the lion. Now, know what you want and stay steadfast to it. Okay. So, for example, it can be that you set your intentions on a goal, whether it be your own self-employment, a job, a project at work that you're going to be focused on. And stay true to your goal, not be swayed by those around you. That's what it's saying. So if you're starting your own business, stay true to that. Have the strength of the lion. Do not be varied or discouraged by those around you. Stay focused. If you want to apply for a certain job, prosperity, stay focused. There's the strength of the lion. See, she's got her hand right in the mouth of the lion. Look at the strength of that. It's like the warrior. Being very sure of what she wants, what goal she has, not being wavered or weakened by those around her in her goal. Now, whatever that goal is, it can be your own business, can be applying for a job. It could be even upgrading your skills, going to school or an online to upgrade, to learn something new. Whatever it is, there it is at the base of it. Your goal, your prosperity. Now, okay. And there's the wisdom of the oracle, the card at Treasure Island. I see a treasure box open up. Whatever it is that you consider your treasure box, which is the Nine of Pentacles, stay true to that. Whatever your treasure is it upgrading your skills so that you can apply for different jobs? Is it being self-employed? It can even be goals, buying your own home, projects. It can even be, prosperity can be health. It can be family relationships. So whatever it is for you. Because behind you, is some financial concerns and the Page of Rods. Could be that you're working with someone and there's some layoffs. Or the bonuses. Now, this is very common right now because I am following, I shouldn't, but the media about how things are being affected with the proposed tariffs. So businesses are delaying bonuses or cutting down on proposed raises. Or, our world is global. And what happens in one country affects another country. And so it could be maybe that the bonuses are being cut, or that they're cutting down on overtimes or something. There's some sort of financial concern and you got a message about it. But know that that job or that self-employment is not the source. It is a way for prosperity to come to you, but that's not the source. And the source has many different ways of prosperity for you. Many different ways, not just one. So don't count on just one source or one way of prosperity coming to you. It could be that maybe overtime is cut down, but then there's something else that takes its place. Maybe someone else said, hey, you know, I'm looking for someone that wants to work part-time, and can you blah, blah, blah. Or someone out of the blue, you find out you have an inheritance from someone you didn't even know that you had this long lost uncle. I mean, it can be anything. So, you know, the universe can provide for you, and it isn't just a, you know, one job, or it is, you know, one source. There's many sources that can come to you, because you did get a message and there was some financial concerns. And so you were worried about that, but that's behind you. It's behind you, because look what's on your mind. You do have a conversation between two people, and the Ace of Cups or Page of Cups. So it could be about moving. It could be about a relationship, but it's on your mind. It could be that it's bridging, they're saying bridging a communication with someone, that you hear from someone and it's a bridge. That maybe you've had some falling out, or some you know, lack of communication, but what's on your mind is you do hear from a person, and there's the Two of Cups. It could be a new relationship. It could be clearing the lines of communication with someone. It could be moving. That's another way it could be, moving, a communication with someone about moving to a new place, for example. But that's what's on your mind, because then you have the Hangman with your wish. So remember, I saw the tide going in and out and in and out. It's timing. So you're waiting for your wish to come true. You're just sort of hanging around. And it can be, maybe you don't know what your wish is right yet. And you're clarifying it. Do you want to have your own self-employment, your own gig? Or do you want a side gig, a side, you know, that you work, but you also have something that you've wanted to pursue? Or do you want to apply for a new job? Or you want to move to a new place? Whatever it is, you're sort of waiting for the right timing, the tide. Because the tide, it's tide tables. That's what, I don't know if any, you know, if you worked at it, or not worked, but have been around where they have the tides. It can be ocean, bay, whatever, but it's, you know, it's influenced by the moon. But you can look, because then you have the low tides and the high tides, and when the tide's going in and when the tide's going out. It's very important to know that, for example, when, like if you're going to go out on the ocean, or if you're going to be in the surfing, you have to be very careful that you don't want to be swept out into the ocean. Or if you're, you know, when I was in Oregon and people would drive on the beach, which they don't do anymore, but they had to be careful when the tide was coming in. And one of my coworkers, she said, oh, somebody else got stuck on the surf. We had to go pull them out because the tide was coming in and taking their vehicle out to the ocean. So it's timing. And that's what it is for us, you know, being in the flow, knowing that it's the right time. And you're sort of waiting until it's the right time, being in the flow. So then we have here the Moon and the Lovers. Now, the Lovers can be a decision. It could be a relationship. It could be a home. And the Moon indicates that you don't have all the information, that there is something hidden. So it could be a relationship and there's something hidden about that person. Or it could be moving to, you know, making a decision about a job, or about a relationship, or moving to a new place, but you don't have all the information. The Moon indicates that there's something hidden that isn't completely revealed yet, which is maybe why you are the Hangman. You look at all these major arcanas here. You've got the Lovers, the Moon, the Hangman, you know, the Strength card, and you have the Emperor coming up. You have all these major arcanas that are in your reading. So this is like, there's something hidden, and that's what the feeling is around. Like if it's a new relationship, then if it's a relationship and there's the Moon card, use discernment, take your time. It's not a race. It's not a race. Why do they say that? It's not a race for the relationship. And yes, it is the holidays, and yes, it would be wonderful to have someone to spend the holidays with, to enjoy them, but it's not a race. Get to know that person. You are a gem. You deserve the best. This is what the Spirit's saying. You are a gem. You deserve the best. So take your time. They have to pursue you too. They have to appreciate you. And so take your time, and then through that time, you know, things will be revealed. That could be for a relationship. For other things, things will be revealed during the time. So just take your time. Because we have here around you the King of Swords and the Emperor. Now the King of Swords, okay, the Emperor can be a person that works for the government and makes a decision. It can be the government. And the King of Swords is a very decisive person. Now, several people, and this could be also in this instance, you're waiting for some sort of judicial decision, like relating to money. It can be an inheritance. It can be some sort of government program. It could be a civil suit. It can be a domestic where you're separating the property. But this is what's around you. The King of Swords is like the person that makes the decision. Can be a judge. It can be an administrative judge. It can be like a hearings referee, something. And it's related to government. It's coming up. Someone's been waiting for this for a long time. And you're going to be feeling very relieved because it's now the resolution time. So you've been sort of, you've been like the hangman. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Now you'll get the decision. Because if you've been, if you've been waiting and you've been in limbo, and you feel like your life is on hold until this is done, once the decision's made, then you can move forward. If it's in your favor, great. If it's not in your favor, then you have another crossroads. Are you going to appeal it, or are you going to move on? And sometimes you've read the end. Remember, however, that you had the Five of Pentacles, and that whatever, if this was it, it's not the only source. Just like if there's a cutback in work hours, or if there's some delay, it's not the only source. And that then it could free you up to move on to other things, to look at other options. If you were, now I'm not being Debbie Downer, however, if you were putting, that old thing, you'll put all your eggs in one basket. If you were putting everything in one basket and then you discover that that isn't going to give you the results, then you look at alternatives and other options. It opens up the avenue, so it isn't the only way. Other options will then come to you, and then you get the light bulb. Aha, that's another thing. That would actually be better than what I was hoping for, or anticipating, or waiting and waiting and waiting, because then it opens up the creative part of you thinking, oh, well, if that doesn't happen, well, maybe I really could get my own business going, and I know that I do very well, or that I really want to go this direction. So if it's not found in your favor, there are still other avenues. It's not like a dead end in the only way. There's always, it creates the space for new things to come in. But whatever it is there, and this is upright, so I think that it will be in your favor. But however, you're not going to be the hangman anymore, waiting, waiting, waiting. So, and it's this week, or, into December. But it's like a sense of freedom, that it's no longer on your shoulders, that you're feeling like, oh, okay, that burden's gone. That's exactly what you're feeling. Because, and if it was related to a situation like a domestic or some sort of lawsuit, then you have that, that tie to that other person, energy, situation. And it was just like, in this way, you can sort of be free of, and the energy can be released. So you're no longer feeling like tied to thinking about, like if it was a really bad employer, for example, and then it's all resolved. It's like, okay, that's behind me. I don't have to think about that employer anymore. That chapter's over. So it's a really freeing thing that's going to be happening to you. It's the beginning of a new chapter, ending of and beginning to. Because then we have, look at this, Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Someone could be hearing about a home, moving to a new home, buying a home, selling a home. That's very possible. Or a new opportunity. Cups can be prosperity, and maybe a new job's going to come to you, or you hear something about some money coming to you. But that's coming up, new beginnings. And then look at the final outcome. It is undecided about the Six of Pentacles. It's undecided. Now the Six of Pentacles is usually someone coming to help you, maybe giving you a job offer. That's possible, or telling you about a job, and you're blindfolded. You don't know yet. Do you really want to apply for that job? You have to step back and take your time. That's what it's saying, because you don't have all the information. You're blindfolded. So you have to get the information before you make a sound decision. That's what it's saying, is make a sound decision by gathering the information. This is a real shift for you this time, Aquarius, a real shift. And I think it also has to do with the planets and that whole astrology thing, and there's some great astrologers on YouTube. Great astrologers. So, look at what they're saying, but it has to do with Aquarius, and so it's a good time. And remember the other thing, and this is a law of physics and the law of the universe. Two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So if you've been hanging on to something and then it's resolved, that frees up the space for something good to come, something else to come, because that space has then been created. So let's look at our wisdom of the oracle here, Aquarius. And angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What do we have for our Aquarius? And angels and archangels and spirit guides. What do we have? And angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What do we have for our Aquarius here? And angels and archangels. Now, this week, as you hear this, in the USA, it's Thanksgiving. So, this will be a time of family gatherings and, good times and, just be in the moment. Enjoy the people that you're with. I was hoping I would be in the US for Thanksgiving, but I'm not. I'll be here. And I spent Thanksgiving hooked up to an infusion for 3 hours, because they don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Portugal, and so when they schedule me at the hospital, I'll be sitting in a chair for 3 hours. So and I'll cook a turkey hindquarter and have it when I get home. But that's how I'll be spending my Thanksgiving, is in a chair by myself at Louis Hospital. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What do we have here for our Aquarius? Well, and I guess I should be thankful as I'm sitting in that chair, because I'm thankful I'm alive. So I am thankful. I'm thankful very much. I'm thankful for all the women 10 years ago who were putting their lives, in the experiments for the drugs so that I could live. I'm thankful for the medicine. I'm thankful for the prayer. So I am very thankful. Okay, so the first card is time to go. Time to go is time to move for you. Moving forward. Moving forward. Yep, the chapter is ending and you're moving forward. And loyal heart. This is the people around you. I said, appreciate the people that you're with. You have a great support team. So people could be giving you job offers and telling you job leads, or maybe even, you know, helping you start your own business, whatever it is. You do have your support. And right here, okay, poised, ready to go. Yeah, expect for the good things. You're poised. You had your wish card, the hangman. You're poised, ready to go. You got to figure out what you want to wish for, because it's going to happen. You're all ready. Now, let's look at your I Ching card here. Are you cold, my little Nina? Are you? I keep saying I gotta find your sweater, but I know where it is. We have to go get your sweater. Yes, we do. And this is the I Ching for our Aquarius angels and archangels and spirit guides. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Thank you. Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What is it that we have for our Aquarius? Okay, here we go. And right here, number 17, following. 17 makes an 8, which is the physical world. Number 17. Okay. Here we go. Choosing to follow good influences brings supreme success. You may not be able to change the direction of the wind, but by frequently adjusting your sails, you can arrive at your destination with a joy that inspires others to follow you. Those who wish to acquire a following must speak the language of their followers. Those who wish to be loved to prosper must bend with the pressures of the world. In matters of principle, stand firm. Remember, you had the strength card. In matters of style and taste, swim with the current. If gall or self-grandiosement enters the equation, resistance will be what follows. Focus on the common good in order to remain unharmed. In the affairs of humanity, change is constant. Old ideas are discarded in favor of new ones. A great leader can emerge only by being adaptable to the demands of the time. Similarly, by adjusting to changing circumstances can one prosper in the world of commerce. Remain flexible and you will gain the confidence of those around you. Bend and you will not break. Balance activity with some relaxation to serve the situation well and to maintain a sense of healthy energy, minimizing both internal and external resistance to your goals. Okay, now we're going to pull the Divine Beloved card right here. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. And angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What is the card for our Aquarius? Here we go. Boundaries. I am entitled to say no. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who easily sets boundaries wherever needed. May I feel entitled to say no to any situation that feels bad or wrong. Fill me with divine confidence. Speak through me. There's the card. Okay, now we are going to look at our Louise Hay affirmation card for this week. Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light for Cancer, for our Aquarius. Angels and archangels and spirit guides for Aquarius. Yes. Okay, here we go. It's down in here. Here we go. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. I am not limited by any past thinking. I choose my thoughts with care. I constantly have new insights and new ways of looking at my world. I'm willing to change and grow. I am willing to change and grow. Okay, now we're going to look at Believe in Your Own Magic, and then pull our meditation card. And if you are, if you haven't subscribed, consider being a subscriber. It's absolutely free. And if you want your own personal reading, send me an email. Angels and archangels and spirit guides, thank you. Here we go. Shark. Swim away from the situation. So I think you're leaving a situation that maybe wasn't, the best, and you're going into new. So you've already swam away from that situation. 35. Okay, here we go. Think of this as the Lovers reversed from traditional tarot. You've been hanging around a bloodthirsty shark, and they've hurt you before. This could refer to a lover, or it could refer to another loved one, such as a friend or family member. To put it simply, you deserve better treatment, and you're never going to find it with them. Leave now. Situations like this often grow up so dire that you no longer feel safe swimming away. Remember, you had the Lover's card. And I said, take your time, because you're the gem. You are the gem. And so come from a place of that you take your time, and they're lucky to have you in their life. Know how wonderful you are. Get in touch with how awesome you are. Even if the Lovers is to start loving yourself. Start loving who you are. Now, let's pull our meditation card for this week. And this is for Aquarius for this last week of November. And here we go. Full moon. Protect your energy and hold your stars close. There you go. Thank you so much, Aquarius. And until next time, Nina and I are sending you light and love from Portugal. And next time, it will be our December monthly reading. Thank you so much.